new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire, the no-show. Who set you back because they didn't show up on day one, or day two, or ever again. And now your product launch is delayed because you're talking to alien abduction podcasters to track them down. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can help make sure your next hire sticks. In fact, businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
You moved in with a guy who you talked to for a month?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Why?
Because the relationship that we had back when I was 16, it was great. He's a good
Honey,
guy.
every relationship when you're 16 is great.
This is the plaintiff, Georgina Barr. She says she's known the defendant for 30 years and they were good friends with benefits. She ended up moving in with him, but soon found out he was being evicted. They moved into another place together, and that's when she discovered her piggy bank had been cleaned out. The defendant is a no-good user who owes her $914.50, and that's what she's suing for today. This is the defendant, Barry Newborn. He says he and the plaintiff foolishly jumped into things blindly and moved in together. Things didn't go well, and now she's coming after him with a laundry list of things because she's playing games and being downright spiteful. Oh, her money? Ha! He's accused of going hog-wild on a piggy bank.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Georgina Barr?
Yes.
You are suing Barry Newborn, your former boyfriend, for $914.50 that you say he owes you for all kinds of things when you guys were together. Money from your piggy bank, an apartment deposit, rent, and various miscellaneous bills. Tell me, storage? Tell me what's going on. How'd you two meet?
I've known him since I was 16,
Okay.
and then we became friends with benefits.
When you were 16 and when you were...
Well, 16,
Well,
and then I
That's
hadn't
more than
seen
I
him for
needed
like
to ask.
30
And then-
years.
And then 30, how many years later?
About 30 years.
How'd you guys reconnect?
Facebook.
Of course. So you reconnect and you start dating.
Yes, we started dating. I moved with him to his house.
How
That
quickly?
I thought it was his house. He told me
Wait,
that.
how quickly did you do that?
We started talking in about August, and then September 25th.
You moved in with a guy who you talked to for a month?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Why?
Because the relationship that we had back when I was 16, it was great. He's a good
Honey,
guy.
every relationship when you're 16
I
is
know.
great. Are you
He's a
kidding me?
good- He's a good guy.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Did your child live with you?
Yes.
What are you doing moving some woman crazy? Well, you don't know if she's like a maniac. You have no
Well,
idea.
Gina kind of like bum rushed me in the
Bum rush, you
yeah.
locked the door, dude.
Yeah.
But it's your house, so you could stop her from moving in. Obviously, you didn't want to stop her.
No. You know, I care about Gina.
Yeah. You know what? You can care about somebody without moving in together. Did you know that?
Right.
Yes.
That
True
is
that.
a possibility, particularly when there's children involved, because they don't need that constant come and go. That's
No.
rough for them.
No, it ain't. It wasn't constant come and go. Gina was the first girl that I dated like
If you're
that.
the kind of guy who moves a woman in after a month, you're the kind of guy who moves a woman in after a month. And if it's not this one, it's another woman. Okay? Go on. You move in, and what happened? To a house you thought was his, meaning you thought he owned it?
He told me he owned the house. And one day I came in from work, and his phone buzzed. So I looked at it, and it was like, "Are you going to give me the rent?" I'm like, "Who's getting rent?" what's going on? So I called my sister, which is a realtor, and I asked her, I said, you got to run this address for me.
Oh, then now you're gonna get all Snoopy and detective?
Yes.
After you've moved in? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she ran the address and she told me who owned it. So
Right.
then
And
I'm
it was
like,
not
okay.
the guy you're dating?
It was not
Okay.
Barry.
So he comes home.
So he comes home and I ask him about it.
What did you say?
I asked him, I said, I thought you owned the house. He said, well, I do. I said, no, you don't. And I told him who the house was owned by. And he was like, well, it's a long situation. Her father or her brother, it was just too much. It was just too much. I just couldn't take it.
So you moved out?
So then I said, you know what, I just
So you
gotta
moved
go.
out?
We moved out together.
Nice.
But it's something I know that's
I don't think you're
mine.
following what my implication is. So he was so full of lies that you walked right out of that relationship, and the answer to that would be a resounding no. On the contrary,
yes.
what you did was you looked for a new place together.
Look for a new place together.
Okay, so he not only lied to you about owning it, but he's getting evicted, I guess, because he's non-payment of rent, and you think it's fabulous to go make house with him somewhere else.
Yeah, but I
and
didn't
now
know he
you're
was being
whining to me
evicted.
and complaining to me about how you want money because who knew he wouldn't pay you? I got that right?
Basically.
Yeah, okay, so what do? You move to a new place.
Yes, so we go out and look for places. We looked at one place and we gave a deposit, and that didn't go through. So they gave him back the money, and he never gave me back my share. He never gave me back my share.
How much was your share?
My share was 65.
Okay,
Yes. And he said he put it in the bank and they kept it.
okay.
Okay, so I let that go. Then we went and looked at another place, and I had to pay $1,000 for the deposit, which I did, which he was supposed to give me half of it back. Then I paid the $845 for the rent, which he was supposed to give me half of that back.
When did you move in?
They allowed us to move in on December 1st.
And from December when you moved in, when you gave the deposit until June, did he ever pay half the rent?
No.
When did you guys break up?
He was out of the apartment for January, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, that wasn't very long at all.
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay,
Not
and
at
how
all.
did he end up out of the apartment in January?
I told him, I said, you know what? First I went down to the complex, and I told him Barry didn't give me his share. She said, well, he signed the lease. I said, I know he signed the lease, but he didn't give me December. So she said, well, if you talk to him and he say he will leave the apartment, he's responsible for December, but after January, he don't have to pay anything. So he signed the papers for that, and I do have all that.
Okay, may I see that?
Just
So how do you tell him time for you to go?
It's time to go.
Right.
I said, you know what? This is not working out.
I'm not 16.
I can't do this anymore.
A pretty face isn't enough anymore.
Yeah, I have beauty and brains, so I mean, I can't do this anymore.
So what does he say? Does he beg
He's-
and plead,
no,
or does he just go,
no,
okay?
No, he said, you know what? I'll leave.
That explains your lawsuit for rent, and that explains the water bill, and that explains the deposit. Why are you suing him for school pictures?
Well, his daughter, school pictures. I wrote a check for it. He told me he's gonna give me the money on Friday. I wrote the check for him to pay for his daughter's school pictures.
Okay.
He never gave me back the money. And I never said anything, I just write stuff down.
Okay.
You know
and
you owe me, why should I have to, remind you? You know you owe me.
Why are you suing him for movers?
Well, he had to have his belongings moved to our address. The
And
first
you
time
paid
was
it?
yeah. I put the money out for everything. He just
Why
supposed
are
to
you
give
suing
it
him for money in a piggy bank?
because it was my piggy bank. It was stolen.
By whom?
I don't know.
So
I don't
why
know
does he
who-
have to pay for it?
Because it was in his house. I told him that my bank was here.
Why was your piggy bank at his house?
Because I had moved all my belongings to his house. I had to move my belongings from his house into the house that we got together.
How do you know the movers didn't take it?
No, because we were the movers.
Well, then how is there $125 for movers?
No, the 125 is for the truck fees. The second time to get
And
all his
lastly,
other
tell me about the
belongings.
storage. What are you suing him for storage from January to June?
We made an agreement that he was gonna pay me $35 a month.
Storage for what?
Storage for all his belongings, his painter equipment. 'Cause
Where
he
is
has
that?
a business. It's at my rental unit.
In your apartment?
No, another rental unit that I'm an agent for.
Did he agree to pay you that storage?
No, we didn't talk about that. Only reason that came about because he didn't keep his word on what he's supposed to pay me.
All right, what's going on?
Georgina, I mean, she telling a good story. In December, we moved into the apartment, and I paid her $100 a week until she asked me to leave out. She asked me to leave out on December 12th because she said she still loved the dude that she used to love.
Wait, that December 12th?
Yeah.
You guys have made it all of 12 days in the new place?
No, December 17th. By the 15th, she had went down to the rental place and told him that I didn't pay her at all, so she can get me out.
So literally in 2 weeks, that's how long you guys lasted in this place?
Right.
Basically.
She wanted me to go.
And she told you that she was still in love with her ex?
Yeah.
Are you back with your ex?
Yes.
She told me she heard a record on the radio, and she was still in love with him.
That's all it took? A song on the radio? Okay.
And so I was like, hey, I'm gone, you know.
Okay.
And the water bill that she
Were
got
you
from
supposed
Bennington.
to pay half of December rent?
Yes.
And did you?
I gave her $300 until she told me she wanted me out of there.
And you don't acknowledge that he gave you $300?
No, I have what he gave me. Can I tell you?
What did he give you?
He gave me, in December, he gave me $100. And January 6th, he gave me $30. January 13th, my sister picked up $35 from him at his job. And then he gave me another $30. And I hadn't heard anything from him or received any more money from him.
How much money do you think you were supposed to give her?
The only thing I think I owe Georgina is that she helped me out with the traffic ticket. That was $130-something.
Oh, you're also suing for the traffic ticket.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. I meant to that. And now she's suing me for a picture from my daughter. I've been raising my daughter for 6 years by myself. I done bought all her pictures. Gina, at that time we was together, she said she would pay for that. The water bill, she said she would pay for that. Now that we broke up and we're gone, it's been since December. Now she want to hold my work equipment and say she...
Why didn't you? But you guys broke up. Why didn't you just take your work equipment out of there? Because it was convenient and free storage?
Basically.
Yeah. But how did you think that was going to go when she thinks you owe her money and then she files a lawsuit against you? You didn't think this was going to go poorly?
Oh, yeah. Now I see how it's going to go.
So,
but, there ain't too much I can do about it. Now she charging me for it. So I don't know what to do. I can't get it.
What about the piggy bank?
I don't know if it was in one of the cases that we gave away with toys and stuff in it. It was one of her friends that moved us. It wasn't somebody else. We didn't know who it was.
Show me proof of what the move costed. Were you supposed to pay half the move?
She had a friend with a truck. She was gonna get him.
Okay, and according to you, you rented a U-Haul?
No, it was not a U-Haul. It was a friend, but we were splitting everything down the middle.
She just said she was gonna get the truck. She said, I got it.
Were there other things that you would get? Like, do you pay for stuff too, or just she does?
Well, at that time, Gina knew that I was going through hardship, and you know, Gina wanted this as much as I wanted it. She wanted a little bit more. She left her friend to come with me, and then she left me to go back with him. So, you know, she asked me to marry her within the same months of all of this.
Does your ex, who's now your present, know that?
Yes, he knows. I had to tell him everything because we were apart for 3 months, and I realized that I made the biggest mistake of my life, and I went back begging on my hands and knees. And far as the piggy bank, he told me his friend, you know, that's why he didn't show up to help us, because his friend took my bank, and he said, just put it on my tab. So that's what I did.
Did you tell her to put something on your tab? You had a tab with your girlfriend? Did you use the phrase tab?
No.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So was this stupid after 30 years to move in after a month?
Yes, it was very stupid. People change over a period of time, especially 30 years. Like, you don't even know who you are at 16, and then to just decide to move in together after so much time has passed, that's just completely foolish.
You said it really well.
Yes. 30 years, someone changes dramatically in 30 years.
Is it possible that something like this could have worked out?
Yes, I think so. I think if there's passion, if they still think there's rekindled, there's some love there, depending what they're investing in the time and the effort and the money to come together, why not give it a shot?
I think he watches soap operas. Going inside the courtroom.
Did your friend steal her piggy bank?
I never seen the piggy bank. She just said she had a piggy bank.
What about the $65 for the apartment deposit?
Now that was put into my account.
And it's supposed, you do owe her that?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me. I'm gonna send you a copy of my bank statement. Everything in blue are gifts. I do acknowledge that I do give gifts, but rent, truck fees, money order for a water bill, all that is not a gift.
What about the water bill? That water bill, according to you, she's supposed to pay?
No, according to her, she was
I
gonna
don't care
pay.
what she says. I heard what she says. I'm asking you what you're saying. What is your version of what occurred back then?
She offered to
She
pay.
said she would,
yeah,
right. She
and
said
that was it.
she'd just pay the water bill, and that was
Yeah.
it. There was never, you owe me half the
No.
water bill, you owe me. Okay.
No.
So according to you, you've received $225 from him?
I've received $255 to be exact, because
Okay.
he did put $60 in my mom's account.
If you don't know her money, why do you keep paying her?
When I paid Georgina, it was in December, and that was for the ticket that I had.
Okay.
That's what I started
When
owing
was the
Gina
last time
for.
you received money from him?
It was, I'm gonna say
January
January
20th.
20th.
All right, and what's happened from January to now?
I haven't seen him.
So when you all of a sudden got a notice in the mail that you were getting sued, were you surprised?
Yeah.
Because she hasn't even talked to you in all this time?
Well, she said she wanted to go on her way. I went on my way. Okay, it's over.
Okay. I'm going to find in your favor on the deposit, the rent, the full deposit, because that's your portion, the 65, the half of the rent, which is the amount you're suing for, the half of the movers, which is the amount you're suing for, the full amount, of course, of the ticket that he acknowledges. All right, let me tell you the things I have problems with. The water bill, you say he's supposed to pay you half, that he doesn't acknowledge, even though he acknowledges the other things. The school pictures, in every relationship, somebody picks up here, picks up there. According to him, that was just something nice you were doing because you wanted the pictures because you guys were together at that time. That sounds believable. The piggy bank, you don't have proof that he took the piggy bank. And the storage, you can't impose a contract where there is no contract. Unless somebody agrees that they're going to pay you storage, you can't just decide, hey, your stuff is still here, so I'm going to charge you storage. You want that stuff out, obviously, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how long is it going to take you to get that stuff out of there?
Saturday.
Saturday. All right, I'm going to give you until the following Saturday. That's a whole week later. You guys are going to make arrangements outside so that you don't have to be in contact with each other, because clearly you don't want to be, all right? And then we'll pick a date where he goes over to that location and picks up and cleans all his stuff out of there so that you don't have that stuff in storage. It's not even yours anyway, right? All right, so when I add all that up and I subtract the amount that you acknowledge him paying you, that is then a net judgment in your favor in the amount of $467.50. Good luck, folks.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, so let's see what the defendant has to say about this case coming out here. Step on in here. What's your reaction to being sued, getting pulled into court by her, first of all, and the verdict?
I don't know.
What's it like to look across and see her there?
She's beautiful.
You still have feelings for her?
Oh, yeah, I love Gina.
This goes back a long way between the two of you, right? I mean, that kind of feeling just, what, will always be there?
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to say to her? She's right there. Congratulations, okay. All right, so step in here. Satisfied how this comes out?
Yes, I am. I'm just really glad it's over. I can close the books on it, you know. But what I want people to know is you can't lay, play, and stay and don't expect to pay. It's not reality.
You'd take him back in a second, wouldn't you?
Not at all.
Harvey?
You know, the bottom line here is your conduct is going to determine if you owe the person money. In this case, you know, installments were being paid. When you're paying installments, you owe the money. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Running a small business means I wear lots of hats. When I put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn Hiring Pro to make it easy. LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps manage my hiring workflow, puts my job post in front of a unique network of professionals, and matches me with the best candidates for my business. I can also share my job with my network. No other job site lets me do that. No wonder most small businesses say they'd use LinkedIn Hiring Pro again. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
This is the plaintiff, Jeannie Myers. She says the defendant, her landlord, came into her apartment whenever she felt like it, and she became quite uncomfortable. The woman claimed she could do whatever she wanted because she was the owner, and there was nothing she could do about it. If you ask her, this woman's nuts. Needless to say, she promptly moved out and wants her $1,163 in security returned. This is the defendant, Adele Schechter. She says the kooky plaintiff, her tenant, moved out under the cloak of darkness in the middle of the night, left her apartment in deplorable condition, and she has every right to withhold the woman's security. But the way the plaintiff left that apartment, she should be ashamed to ask for any money back. She's accused of doing what she wants, when she wants.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
okay, is it Jeannie or Jean?
Jeannie.
Jeannie. Jeannie Myers, you are suing Adele Schechter, your former landlord, for $1,163 in security deposit that you say she is wrongfully withholding. You, Ms. Schechter, are saying that you are entitled to it because of damages. We'll go over that. Go ahead and talk to me, Ms. Myers. You can stay seated. I understand you have an injury?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Go ahead.
Yeah, we told my my security deposit. She would walk in my house without
When did you first start
my
renting
knowledge.
there?
And excuse me?
When did you first start renting there?
June 2009.
Okay, so you've been living there for a couple of years.
Yes.
All right, and as I understand it, you were on Section 8?
Yes.
So that means that the federal government helps to pay your rent.
Yes.
All right, so now, during the course of the time that you lived there for those 3 years, you were starting to describe something about the way she behaved.
Yes.
And what was that?
Well, her behavior.
Well, what was it? Why don't you let the rest of us know what it is?
Okay, she would come inside the house.
We weren't living with you. Okay.
Yeah, she would come inside the house without my knowledge.
How often would she walk in without your knowledge?
Plenty of times.
Who's the guy coaching you in there right
maybe
here?
Maybe 4 to 5, 6 times, maybe.
Who's that guy?
I'm a boyfriend.
Okay, were you living there?
No.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be, right?
No, I wasn't.
Right, okay, so why don't you stop and why don't you answer? What would you say to her about walking in with...
I had a washing machine. She would go to do my closets.
You mean she would rummage through your closet?
Yeah, to see if the washing machine was there, which it was not there.
Was there ever a washing machine there?
At one time, yes.
It's either crazy behavior or it's not so much, because she put in an unauthorized washing machine. You were checking to see if, in fact, she still had the unauthorized
washing machine? I would ring the bell lots of times. I asked her about the washing machine. I would hear it running, and she said she didn't have it. And I walked in, and the washing machine was standing right there in the kitchen, and I had 2 plumbers there prior that had to snake out the lines because the lint from the washing machine had clogged them. And she moved out with the washing machine that she never had.
Okay. All right. Now, what is it you say are the reasons why you can keep the security deposit? What are the damages?
There was a patch in the living room carpet of a different color of what she had inserted. The knobs in the...
A patch? Literally a patch?
I have it with me.
You have the patch?
Yes, I brought it.
I'll come get it for you.
Really? I have no idea what she's talking about. That's impossible.
That was in the...
Okay, that's a first. Oh, not only was it patch, but that's like the patch they give you as a sample at the store. That's really funny, actually. How old was this carpet?
About 6 or 7 years old.
Do you have the original receipts for the carpet?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I never thought I would need it. It looks like there were burn marks there, too. It might have been a burn. I don't know.
I'm not willing to stake the farm that that's a burn. I just see a...
I don't know.
And hold on, lady. It's not your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So the rug. What else?
These faucets are metal faucets. How they got eaten away like this, I don't know.
Okay. Let me see that.
I have all the faucets in the bathroom that had to be replaced. I have the bills for it. I have...
Okay, but what could a tenant possibly do that would cause that?
Well, she had a washing machine, and it wasn't hooked up properly, and they used lye maybe to force the lint and everything through. That's why I had the plumber there twice.
Okay.
And I have his receipt.
Okay, will you hand, please, the plumbing fixtures to Douglas?
I just didn't want to put them, I put them in here so you don't have to handle them.
Okay, and let me see the receipts from the plumber and the receipts for the carpet. I'm not that delicate. Whoa! I should have been that delicate.
So who takes advantage more, landlords or tenants?
I think landlords.
What do you say?
Because I think they think the security deposit's theirs and they just get to keep it for whatever reason they make up.
Okay, sir.
I would say tenants, just because you see more times where tenants don't follow through with their commitments, with their contract or their leases more than landlords.
Fair enough, and you get the last word.
Landlords.
Why?
Because I feel like they screw you over in a lot of ways.
You're a tenant, right?
Yes.
I just had a wild guess there. Going inside the courtroom.
Here's the labor bills, the replacements, and the canceled checks. These are all the bills. I have everything attached to one another. You want the pictures too?
Yeah, I want the pictures too.
These were the faucets that were eaten away.
She's lying.
After 43 years, I don't know what she did to those faucets. They had to be replaced.
Living room windows could not be moved. Bird seed and excrement from bird cages blocked the tracks.
I haven't had
Are you
them for a
allowed to
while.
have pets?
Birds, yes.
Is she allowed to have? Okay. But regardless of whether you can or cannot, she has pictures of you leaving all the excrement behind that she has to clean up.
That's not true, no.
Okay, well, I'm looking at excrement.
Maybe she put it in there, it's from the garbage
Maybe
something,
she
but...
went to get bird excrement and put it there?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the refrigerator that was left a little dirty. That, that takes a few seconds to wipe up. Oh, here's that washing machine that you weren't using?
It was in store. Where was it? It was in storage.
Okay. Tell me about the carpet.
That's what I would like to see. I have no idea.
Oh, can you show her that part of the carpet?
You bet.
No.
No what?
I did not put that there. That's impossible. I did not do that.
What about the corroded bathroom fixtures?
I have no idea where she got them from.
Okay. Tell me about the plumbing backup when you did have the machine hooked up.
The plumbing backup always came when she used her machine. Because it was going
did you
to one
have a
pipe
machine hooked up that she didn't want you to hook up?
No, I did not.
Never ever?
No.
She kept checking for your use of the machine, but there was never a use of a machine.
Yes.
Okay. May I see the plumber's receipts for whatever backup you say is responsible for the fixtures having to be removed? Cleared washing machine drain line of backup and clog. Let me see your video.
Let me show the stove.
Who's heavy breathing there? Is that you?
Must be you're the one holding the camera.
Okay, sink is clean, countertop's clean, stove is clean.
Still doesn't look that clean.
There's the refrigerator.
Pull back the stove again.
No.
It's clean.
Go all the way down.
There's the door.
All the way down. That's where the dirt is. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Oh.
Okay. This is the living room. The walls are all there.
The walls are all there. Yep. The walls are all there.
The rug. There's no
Where's the
stains
middle
on
of
the
the
rug.
floor?
Okay.
She doesn't show the middle.
I'm not. It's not your invitation to speak.
The bathroom, the sink, it's just the way it is.
Your intentions are good, but your execution's miserable. In other words, what I'm saying is that in the video, you can't really see that anything's clean or not. In fact, some
Shower
stuff
doors.
isn't clean.
We don't have a light in this room, so you can't see it really. This room
We don't have a light in this room. It's not going to stop me from taping it in the dark. Is there more that's in the light or no?
No, that's
Okay, go ahead and turn it off. Okay, let me point out a couple things that bother me. There is a receipt from the plumbers that you said would prove to me that she had a washing machine hooked up, and that I would see in the receipt that her washing machine backed up and caused such a thing as would entitle you to keep her money to order all new plumbing fixtures, which is really expensive. I saw that these were corroded, but these are, 40-year-old stuff, and I need to know that that was not just the passage of time, but in fact something she did wrong, like hooking up a washing machine. The receipt has your name on it, doesn't have the tenant's name, doesn't have the apartment. Then it says, cleared washing machine drain line of backup and clog. The words of backup and clog seem to have been added, frankly, because they're not in the same handwriting. So I'm not sure that I'm 100% convinced that this plumbing bill needs to come off of her security deposit. I am concerned about the carpeting. I don't know how that would ever happen. You don't have a receipt for the old carpeting.
No.
Because you didn't keep it.
That was about
Okay,
6 years
so can
ago.
I see a receipt for new carpeting? With the understanding, of course, that you would never get the cost of new carpeting because what you would get would be the depreciated value of the old carpet.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't put down carpeting. I put down wood floor, and you have a receipt for
Why
the wood
would she have
floor.
to pay for new wood floors if what she ruined was old carpeting?
Well, the estimates that I got were more than the wood floor.
May
There
I
was-
see the estimates that you got?
And also the gas range was ruined. There are 5 big black patches where the enamel was chipped off.
I don't have a picture of the gas range. Do you have that?
I had gave you all the pictures that I have.
Yana, can I say something?
Yes.
First of all,
Did you ever call her and ask for your security deposit back?
Yes, I did.
How'd that go?
I'm not giving you anything.
She gave you the finger.
Yes, and I have proof of that
How do
from
you
the real
prove-
estate lady.
How do you have proof of that?
From the real estate lady.
You have an affidavit from the real estate lady?
Yes, I do.
Can I see that? I think, you know what I think? I think life is going to be much better for both of you now that you don't have each other.
For me, definitely.
Right.
You believe that?
Okay, by the way, this doesn't say anything about the finger.
Okay.
Let's stop, folks, and let me explain a couple things. All right? You have a lot of pictures, that's very good. You have a lot of receipts, that's very good. I now have to decide how much of this is legitimately things she should have to pay for, and how much of it, based on what I'm looking at, doesn't feel to me are things that she has to pay for. I look at the carpet, I believe that she has to pay for that. But what does she have to pay? What she has to pay for by law is for the value of the item that she damaged. Not to give you a bonus, woohoo, I get free carpeting on the Section 8 girl. No, it's to put you in the position you were in before the bad thing happened. So if she trashes your place, then that you get recompensed for. But you do not get, what did you do right now? Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
No,
when
I
you can
was
tell
saying
I'm
that,
still going through the
something
math.
that
You
I
can tell
trust-
I'm still going through the math in my head, right? So you want to shout out and be upset while I'm doing the math?
Sorry,
All right,
Anna.
good call. So what I have to do now is take that security deposit and figure out how much of it you have a right to. Let me tell you the things I think you have a right to and the things you don't. One we've already gone over is the carpeting. 2 that I'm not quite as convinced as you are on is the plumbing. And the reason that I'm not convinced is this. All plumbing looks like this when you yank it out of the wall, okay? Especially 40-year-old plumbing. You say, I've got proof that she wrongfully had a washing machine in there, which I'm willing to buy, and that its backup caused all this corrosion. Well, you don't have that proof. You have a receipt that says that there was a washing machine backup, but it doesn't say whether it was in yours or in hers. And you have nowhere in any of these plumbing receipts does it say that that's somehow corroded because of lye. You know, there's where you're like just embellishing to get new fixtures paid for, which I'm not going to tolerate. All right. I do see that there's some less than stellar cleaning going on, all right, and that clearly you're entitled to some cleaning costs based on that. And then the last thing that I want to see is the gas range. So I need you to look at your pictures again. There we go.
Before tenant moved in and what she left. And this was when she was still in the apartment that I saw that.
What say you about that?
About those black little things?
I guess I don't have to show you the picture. I guess you know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
You
it
dropping
came from-
stuff on the range.
But I did not drop anything on the range. Well, it was from the crack from her ceiling. It was wood and everything that came from her ceiling. It kept
Do you have a
falling and
picture of
falling.
the ceiling?
No, I don't.
You take all these videos and everything, and you don't have a picture of the ceiling?
I know.
This was where the damage was. The gas range was on the other side
Okay,
of
if
the
you
wall.
want to prove, stop. We're not going to keep going in circles. If you want to prove that the damage to the ceiling was over this, prove it. She's saying that it's on the other side.
I can't prove it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I find that you are entitled to be compensated for the depreciated value of a used range, the depreciated value of a used 6-year-old carpet, and for the physical labor you had to expend in order to clean up the place with the pictures that you've shown me regarding the pet debris as well as the refrigerator. I find that you are not entitled to keep money from her security deposit to pay for new plumbing fixtures. Therefore, I find that you are entitled to keep $600 of the security deposit, and I'm ordering you to return to the plaintiff $563, the remaining security deposit. Good luck, folks.
Well, here comes the defendant and the landlord out here with all the debris and stuff. Come on in here. So they get a little bit more than half of what they sued for. What's your feeling here?
I should have gotten everything that I'm entitled to.
Why?
Because she was a terrible tenant.
What are you walking in on her without her knowing that you're coming?
That's what she says. That's what she says.
All right, okay. Head right down around the corner, all right? All right, girls? All right, come on in here.
Baby, my God.
There you go. All right, step right in. Come on. You satisfied with how this comes out now, or?
Yes.
Well, you two were really made for each other, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was a nightmare from day one.
Yes, nightmare from day one, yes.
Well, why'd you move in then?
I didn't know it until the movers people told me that, oh, you were moving there? That lady's crazy. That's what he told me, and I didn't even know him from Adam.
All right, so you're better off without her, right?
Yeah.
Life is better now?
Yes.
Harvey?
Better.
You know, I got to tell you, it's so simple. Both landlords and tenants should document what a place looks like when you move in and when you move out. You do it with pictures, and that way both sides are protected, and the result in the end is fair. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
This is the plaintiff, Victor Herman. He says he and the defendant had been friends for many years, and he never in a million years thought they'd end up here at the People's Court. The guy ordered custom T-shirts from him, made one payment 8 months after the shirts were delivered, and now over a year later won't pay the balance. The guy won't even return phone calls, so now it's in the judge's hands as he sues for the $365.65 he's owed. This is the defendant, Hans Winberg. He says he was quite shocked to get served in the mail to attend court because his friend was suing him. He did get shirts from the plaintiff, but paid for those shirts. Any money the plaintiff's now seeking is not owed, and he thinks the judge will agree. He's accused of shirting his shirt.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Okay, Terrific Tees, represented here by Victor Herman. You're the owner?
Yes.
You are suing Hans Winberg, your former friend, for $365.65 that you say is an unpaid balance on some T-shirts he ordered from you and just never finished paying for. Tell me what happened. How did you two know each other?
This gentleman owned a store in the town where I live, and we just became somewhat friends.
Okay.
And then he went out of business, became a school teacher, came into us and ordered some custom shirts, and he made a partial payment, and we have never heard about paying the remainder. We have sent him numerous emails, nothing.
What's going on, Mr. Winberg?
Well, I never got an email. I never I never ignored a phone call from him.
Tell me about the shirts, though, because you did order the shirts and you didn't finish paying, so.
Our relationship started in 2005. I believe it is about a year later, 2006, that Mr. Herman's company acquired embroidery machines. He didn't know how to use embroidery machines, but knew I did and reached out to me as a friend, I felt, to come and school him on embroidery. I never asked for compensation. I never submitted a bill to him. I thought it was a friendship. 2008, I began teaching high school.
Did you close down your shop?
Yes, we did. We sold our machinery. We closed down our shop. In any case, my first year of teaching, my daughter, who's a college professor, came to the school as a guest teacher one day, and she said at the end of the day, you know, you have a lot of gay, lesbian, etc., LGBT students here. They have no place of their own. You got to make a place for them. In any case, I got it in my head that I would like to help these kids have some identity. I'd like them to be able to walk around school and say, I'm a member of this group. And so I asked Mr. Herman to make me sweatshirts and T-shirts.
Okay,
and
are those them?
They are them. Would you like me to?
Yeah.
So would you sue a really good friend for $365?
It depends on the circumstances.
Well, the circumstances are the friend screwed you over.
Probably.
Okay. You.
No, it takes too long to break in a new best friend.
Fair enough. Who wants to be tiebreaker here? You.
No, I wouldn't. I would want to move forward with my life and not really spend the time.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
The sweatshirt's embroidered.
Right.
His company does very good embroidery now.
Okay.
And
Thanks to your teaching.
And the T-shirts are silkscreen. It's meant to depict diversity. You can figure it out, right?
2 boys, a girl and a boy, 2 girls.
Yes, all different colors.
Okay, so everybody's happy with them. You did order them, and why haven't you paid for them? Because you feel as though all of the work that you did as a friend should now count as not a friend?
I didn't really think of it like that. I mean, if I...
It sounds awful when I say it, doesn't it? How much was the total bill? $491.40, and all you paid was a partial payment 8 months later, according to your complaint. Is that correct? 8 months is your position? Of $125.75. So what is your defense? Judge, I put so much time into being a friend to him and helping him out and coaching him on the embroidery machines that this should just be a wash?
I suppose subconsciously I might have thought that all of the hours that I gave him establishing his embroidery business.
And that's fine if you had that deal with him beforehand. If you cut a deal with him that says, you're going to give me shirts, I'm going to pay you $491, that's a contract. And you can't change that because you feel that he's ungrateful for time that you put in. And I wrote down each time you said it, as a friend, I thought it was friendship. If you thought it was friendship, why is he supposed to all of a sudden put a value of $300 and something on it?
I didn't ever expect to not pay him the $365.
Except for that you didn't, and it's been how many years, sir?
Since 2011.
Not much of an example for your students, right? Shall I put you out of your misery?
The last time I sent him money was the month that my wife and I separated. It's been trouble for me funding 2 households on a teacher's salary. I never expected to stop paying him.
Okay, this is done. $365.65. Verdict to the plaintiff, plus, of course, your court costs. Good luck, folks.
Well, the defendant will be paying the plaintiff for the shirts. Come on in here. What's your feeling on that ruling? Understandable?
Yes.
Are you embarrassed that you didn't pay him at this point?
No, I'm embarrassed to be here.
Yeah, so why didn't you just pay him and you wouldn't have had to be here?
I paid him what I could when I could.
So you're claiming you're in financial difficulty? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Money is tight.
All right, right down there.
All right, sir.
All right, step on in here. What's your feeling on the outcome here? You buy his story about being in a bind financially?
But he didn't call to say he was in a bind or anything like that.
What if he did? Would you have given him a break?
I would have said, pay me off a year, pay me $10 a month, something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Harvey, take it.
Okay, first of all, on that question we asked, I would sue somebody for $365 if they screwed me over, because they're not good friends if they do something like that to you, unless they come up with an excuse, and then you can take the excuse into account. But if you go into court, these excuses don't matter at all. If you say to the judge, look, I was laid off, I don't have the money, I've got somebody sick in my family, I mean, you can have sympathy. It is not a legal excuse for non-payment of a debt.
NFL football season is here, which means when you switch to Verizon, it feels like touchdown, because you get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us when you buy an eligible 5G phone on select unlimited plans, which means you can watch every out-of-market game every Sunday afternoon, and it's all on us. Now that's the Verizon way to kick off the NFL football season right. Switch and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us, only with Verizon.